Plaintiff Arthur O'Quinn Jr. was best friends with the defendant because they both like football and marijuana. Arthur rented an apartment with the defendant, and they were busted by the police for smoking marijuana and ultimately sued by the apartment complex. So Arthur's suing for the defendant's portion of the judgment. Defendant Michael McDougal says after the police busted him and Arthur, he was the only one who went to prison, while Arthur was only given probation. Michael claims after he was released, Arthur was bragging online about his continued marijuana use, which Michael found insulting.
Tell me what happened.
All right, me and the defendant here, we were best friends, started knowing each other back in 8th grade. As time progressed, our friendship became stronger. We found out that we both liked the same things in life, Your Honor, and that was football and smoking weed. We like to get high. That was our thing we like to do. We both graduated high school early. We both were staying with our father at the time. And at that time, I was under the impression that my dad was wanting to take control of everything I was doing, and he was on me step by step. Didn't like that I was smoking weed at the time.
How old were you?
18 at the time. I felt it as though I was pretty much handling everything on my own. I had a job, I had my own car, I just needed a place to stay. So me and the defendant decided, hey, we're going through the same thing pretty much for the same part with our fathers. Let's get a house together. That's what we need to do to further ourselves.
Where did you all work?
I was working at Taco Bell at the time, and that's where I still am.
You're still there?
Yes.
3 years later?
5 years.
5 years later?
Yes.
You're the manager or assistant manager?
Manager now.
Okay. The manager, store manager?
No, not store manager, shift manager.
Okay. How many promotions is that over?
Just one.
Just one promotion?
Yes.
In 5 years?
Yes.
Still smoking that weed?
No, I'm not.
Every day?
No, I'm not.
All right, maybe you get promoted a little faster.
All right, so...
Your dad was on you for a reason.
Right.
He wanted you to excel in life.
Right. Yep.
All right. You getting any skill beyond that?
I'm actually in the hiring process of being on the fire department.
Good, hiring process.
Yes, 6 to 12 months.
Good. You've been accepted into the program.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Good to hear that. All right. You know, they're going to drug test you, so make sure. All right.
I've been good.
Good enough. Good. Good to hear that. So go ahead. You all were hanging together and you got an apartment together?
Right. We were smoking and we get a knock at the door, and that knock pretty much just changed everything for both of our lives. It was the sheriff's department. They, when they came in, they searched and they found paraphernalia, weed, and the guns that we had there.
What did you have the guns for?
At that time, it was sort of a protection type of thing.
What type of guns?
I had just a handgun. The defendant, they found a sawed-off shotgun with him. And long term, I got too much probation for my case, and as far as I know, he did a little bit of prison time. And then after that, we were sort of kind of remained friends for the time being. Just earlier this year, I completed my probation and it's all said and done. A couple weeks later, I get in the mail a garnishment order saying that I'm being garnished from that apartment because we breached the contract for...
Okay. Let me get some background from him and then we'll get to the specifics of your breach of contract, sir.
You see, Your Honor, I don't believe he learned his lesson at all whatsoever because, you know, after my vacation I took down in IDOC, you know, I get out
Your
Facebook.
prison term?
Yes, sir, a year. So I get on Facebook and I go to his page and his Twitter page. He's just, you know, boasting about doing this, doing that, smoking, doing this, doing that. And, you know, it kind of upset me because being that I thought he was my friend, you know, he didn't try to contact me while I was in there at all. You know, he never did anything to, you know.
Who picked you up from where you were at?
Keith.
I wasn't riding with him in the back seat with you?
Well, you were, but did you ever write?
So he came to pick you up from prison. All right. Did you ever write him in prison?
I didn't have his address. I didn't know where he was staying.
Okay, well,
and
maybe that's why he didn't write you. You act like he was your woman or something. He didn't, because he didn't track me down and write me letters while I was in prison.
You know, nothing like that.
But I had a lot of buddies who went to prison. No, I didn't write him, didn't visit him or nothing. I said, when you come out, look me up then.
I didn't expect no visitation for sure, but, you know, a letter or something.
Okay.
Nice,
what did you expect him to say? Dear Michael, I hope life is treating you well there. I think about you often while you're in prison. This man going on living his life. He got probation, you got prison. I check with you when you get home. So he didn't treat you as you thought he should.
You know, and you know, after that, you know, I was 19 years old with a felony on my record. It was impossible to find a job. I was, you know, searching here and there. Everywhere told me, oh, we're not looking for your kind.
How about a skill? Did you pursue a skill?
Yes, I tried.
And what happened there?
In mechanics, and they didn't allow me to.
Didn't allow you to what?
To be in the school that was there.
Because of what?
My background.
Did you go to another school?
I didn't try after that. I kind of got discouraged and just got a job.
Okay, so you gave up.
As far as skill-wise, yeah, but then eventually...
school, going to school, any of that. You gave up.
School, I gave up, correct.
Yeah, okay.
But I eventually got a job, which is the job I'm at now, which is a really good job.
So you could get a job with your record?
Yeah, not too long, about 4 months ago.
Okay, but you did?
Yes.
All right, because I don't want you to discourage other people who are in prison.
Oh, no,
if I had a record, I went to law school, I'm a lawyer, I got a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's just difficult. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
It was just difficult being 19 and, you know, being real young with a felony on my record. It was just difficult to find a job, you know. And eventually I did. But
you got to be strong, you know.
Yeah,
and I'm saying this for other prisoners because when you go to prison, you're a tough guy. Don't get out here and punk out. They don't keep you out of school. You can go to a university with a criminal record. Go ahead, sir. In fact, you can go to university while you're in prison. Yeah. Let me get to the breach of contract you're suing him for.
All right. We both here signed, when we first got the apartment, we signed here this crime-free lease amendment stating that we wouldn't, any criminal activity that we did or anything like that, we could be up for eviction, which is exactly what happened when we got caught with our cases. Mm-hmm. And with that, I found with the garnishment that I later received, this is the garnishment order here.
See it, please.
Stating on how much they were garnishing me for. And it was $33.32, and I'm suing for half of that. Once I got
half of 33,
32.
32 is what, Doyle? Please.
1,666.
All right. So 1,666. What's the other for?
The pain and suffering is the 1,000.
What pain and suffering?
Well, I have a 11-month-old child and a fiance, soon-to-be wife, and pretty much it's for them having to suffer with something I did in the past.
How did they suffer?
With my garnishes being waged and everything. I should be done with everything by now. I've been paid up to $20,000.
No, it has to be a direct connection between that. If, for example, you can't sue the light company when they turn off your lights because you didn't pay them in time. Right. And you say, well, light bill company, you all turned off my lights and my kids couldn't see and put their clothes on in the morning. And that has to be a direct connection. All right, sir. What do you say to the breach of contract?
In all honesty, you know, I did sign it, and we were, at the time, really good friends, and I do feel it was somewhat of my responsibility to pay. But like I said, it took me a very long time to find a job, and I had no way of possibly paying any money. I was living back with my sister, and she was, you know, helping me here and there, trying to, you know.
This your first job since you were released from prison?
Second.
Okay, so you've had two jobs.
First job was an under-the-table painting job. It was
but it was money. You haven't paid him a dime?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay, all right, there we go, feeling sorry for yourself, man. $1,666 is your judgment. He's had two jobs. He admits to owing you, so therefore I'm going to order him to pay. Have a good day.
I don't have any respectful words to say to him. Sorry, I don't.
Stepped up and paid my responsibility. I was looking for him to do the same, and it didn't happen, but it all came together.